Hello and welcome. My name is Todd, also known as Magi and this is Terraria. This will be the beginning of the first series, or the second series I should say, I'm doing on my channel. And effectively, this is kind of the first series where I'm going to take it a little bit easy. My main goal throughout this series is to defeat all the bosses and kind of just get a stable situation to start off here. So, like any good crafting game, let's start crafting and build ourselves a house. I should also make a note that this is modded Terraria, not standard. We're playing on an expert world, first of all, so things are going to be a little bit difficult. I have played a good amount of Terraria, so I don't think it should be too hard. The main mods that we currently have installed are Thorium, Calamity, and Fargawiltis. I'll have a list of every mod that I've currently got installed in the description, and I'll make sure to give updates in episodes of whether or not I updated a mod or changed anything between episodes. In the meantime, though, let's just make sure we have a nice house before night comes and causes us to be murdered horribly. You know, I really am not a big fan of games like, you know, RTSs and things like that, because I feel that they're too slow, too methodical, I suppose you could say. That, and I'm just terrible at strategy. But games like, you know, this and Minecraft and things like that I think are pretty okay, and it kind of goes against that. Really doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? If you're just seeing Terraria for the first time here, I'd highly suggest you go pick it up and try out the base game and experience that before you see this, because as I stated previously, this is modded. There will be a lot of things that you won't see in the normal game. Like, I've got a couple items here that you typically wouldn't see, like your family heirloom and the mutant's gift and some binding potions and revengeance. Yeah, we're not gonna do revengeance right away, if ever. I might decide to do after this series anyway, a series on it, but that's a part of the Calamity mod, and it's a very hard mode. Beyond what you'd expect, even of expert. Let's see. Okay, so my first goals when I just start up a game with these mods installed is most certainly to start building towards a house and then getting my first set of armor, because that'll kind of help me progress down into making a mine and, you know, the basics of Terraria, like a elevator. Definitely gotta get to work though and make this pretty quick if we're gonna survive the night. With mods installed, there are some enemies that can devastate you pretty early on, and even just basic slimes in expert mode are kind of terrifying without a set of armor. I think they do like 20 damage. Ah, there's the first modded enemy now. Little drone. Wolfram drone. These guys drop one of the first resources. Ooh, he hits hard. Let's not die to that. If we can. Come on, ow. Come on, ow. Oh dear. This is probably a good indication of how the series is gonna go. Maybe I should have started on normal. Oh well. We've already begun. Might as well just keep going. Let's go pick up our grave so it's not littering the place. Those Wolfram drones are actually quite useful in the early stages, if we can actually get one killed, because they drop Wolfram shards, which will help us make one of our first armor sets. I know a good amount about the mod Calamity and Thorium as well that I've got installed, so I kind of know the progression. I do have some mods to help me find my way though. I've got a mod recipe browser, which kind of works like the guide would in the original Terraria. You can take items and put them in this little box, and it'll show you what you can make with them. There's also an items tab, which can show you. Oh, I think we got a little bit of, yeah, a little bit of frame spike there when we're loading all the items. But this lists like all the items that you can kind of craft. And there's the bestiary as well, but we're mostly going to be using the recipes. Can sort it by what mods there are, and I think I have a mod which I thought, yeah, I have a mod that tells me what each item is from down at the bottom, so you can see that Revengeance is from Calamity, and Fargo and the Mutant's Gift is from Fargo's Mutant mod. Again, I'm not going to use this because it turns on Masochist mode, and that's another mode that's very difficult. Our spawn here is not super great. We don't really have a lot of flat lands to build here. Oh, can't get out of this hole now? That's great. Okay, so we'll build a little platform. So we can hopefully get out before that Wolfram drone comes and kills us. I don't really have anything good to deal with him. Let me see if I can't build something better. Combat crafting, it's always the best. Okay, I'm gonna drag you over here, so hopefully you don't murder me horribly like you did last time. You jerk. There we go. Come on, run, run. There we go. Oh, godly wooden sword. Wow, that was a stroke of luck. Oh yeah, that'll be able to deal with him. So, if you've never played Terraria before, again, you know, I'd highly suggest you take a look at it, but it also comes with suffixes for each of the items. So I just built a normal wooden sword, but it luckily got the suffix godly, which gives it increased damage, critical strike, and knockback, which helped me take out that little drone there. Let's see if we can't build a hammer, just so we can clean out the area here. Most of this is kind of self-explanatory. If you ever played Minecraft or most of the crafting games. To deal with walls in the background in Terraria, you of course got to use a hammer. I'm kind of going on the assumption that most people who are going to watch this video have probably played Terraria before, so I'm going to try and keep the explanations of basic items down. I'm sure there are many other series explaining how the very basics of Terraria go. This is probably not the best place to start, considering it's modded if you're just getting into the game. In the meantime, though, the first step to any good Terraria game that I would highly suggest everybody does would be to go around and explore the world by going left and right. Pretty simple. I'm just going to take everything out of that chest and see what we got. Healer class. Unfortunately, I was hoping for a weapon. Those, the healer class is something added in the Thorium mod, and it's an alright class if you have a group of people, but I'm running it solo, so we're gonna have to make do. Probably won't be using any of the healer items unless I can find something that is actually quite useful, but really don't think I'm going to this early in the game. Hopefully we can ninja some loot from in here. Alright, so we're going to encounter another enemy, the Wolfram Slime. Same as the Wolfram Drone, kinda. It's a calamity enemy, but it drops the Wolfram Shards as well, which are super useful. At least early in the game. Will kind of give us a first set of armor, which will give us a lot of extra damage and protection. It should be noted, of course, that protection in expert mode is much better than standard protection in a normal game of Terraria, because the stats are weighted differently. Oh, don't fall down the pit. Falling damage early in Terraria is such a pain in the butt. Hopefully we can avoid falling to our deaths. Let's see, what do we got? leaf wand, living wood wand, wood arrows, a whole bunch of stuff, some potions. Nothing amazingly useful though. Maybe I'll build something cool with that later. I am going to break this table and chairs though so we don't have somebody living there. Ooh, there's a chest over there. Let's go down a little bit and dig over to it. So some of the other mods that we've got installed are some basic mods like simple auto chests, magic storage, things to make this game go a little bit quicker, because my main focus really isn't on grinding or showing off any, you know, major amount of grinding. Personally, I'm not a big fan of grinding in general. Ooh, we did get a weapon, a spear. I don't think it's not really better than my wooden sword. That's a shame. These chests will come in handy later, though. So I have installed a couple mods to help with that, to reduce the grinding, so we're not going to spend forever trying to kill the same enemy. That would be a storm lion. I think that means I'm close to a desert. He's another modded enemy. I think he drops something that helps you summon a boss as well, but I'm not going to worry about him just yet. A little bit out of my league, 160 HP. He has more HP than I do, and he probably hits a whole lot harder. So let's get out of this area here, and it's already becoming nighttime. Alright, I'm going to head back to my leveled out area there, build a house, and hopefully be able to live. I might get a little bit of interest, come back this way, and try to get over more to the right during the nighttime. Honestly, because enemies in Terraria spawn during the night and day, I don't really see any major reason not to just kind of go ham and, I built a terrible set of stairs here, what have I done? Just kind of go throughout the world until you can find some good items. I'm building in the dark. I'm kind of trying to rush because I don't want to die during the night. This has not gone well. Now the zombies are already spawning. That is massively unfortunate, but there's nothing I can do about that. I don't want to put down a bunch of torches. Let's see. Okay, so we've got a staircase here. Let's see if we can't... Oh boy. That is most... yeah. So, of course, night in expert mode is much, much worse. Especially when you have zombies that have items with much longer reach than you do. Let's see what we can do about this, though. I did pick up some arrows. If I can get over to my crafting bench and magically build a bow, that would be great. Oh dear. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that right away. Let's see. Let's equip the spear and hope that we can push them back far enough that we won't have to die from them. While the spear might be a little bit slower, it definitely has reach. I think that's going to be the only thing that's going to save me in this situation. I just don't want to get close to that zombie with the... I think he's holding another arm. He's going to mess me up because he definitely has the reach. I'm already at half-life. This is not the best way to start a series. But I think we're going to make it through. I think we're going to be okay. Until the eyeballs start coming. Okay, let's switch back to Godly, because these guys don't have the reach. Godly wooden sword, come on. There we go. And definitely a lot more gold is dropped in from enemies, which is nice. It'll be much better later on when I've got the ability to buy things that'll help me kind of survive. Let's clean up that grave as well. Let's hide our mistakes. Hide them as best as we can. Alright. This is my life now. Man. Sure would be nice to have that bow that I said I was going to build. I'll get there eventually. If this eye would go away. Oh my god. There we go. Run away. Okay. So now we got a bow and we can pick up arrows. Good. That'll help us out. Alright. Dealt with. Okay. So we're probably gonna die again. Considering oh, ow. Okay. Hopefully this isn't a running theme throughout this series. I'm kind of hoping to survive a little bit longer than this. But it is expert. You never know. Guide, protect me. Come on, save me. Come on. Do anything, guide. Seriously. Okay, he hit him once. Oh, that's just unfortunate. Now the guide's gonna die too. Well, he kind of deserved it. He did kind of screw me over there and just let me die. These pits that I kind of spawned my world in are not great. I don't think I can pick up this grave. I think it might be a cockeye. Oh boy. I really need to not die again. Come on. And gotcha. Oh boy. I'm just gonna keep with the spear and just try and survive this night. I think that's my main goal now. Not even gonna bother trying to build a house. I don't think I have enough time. Finally a heart. Criminies. Did I get any rope by chance? I did not. Great. I was able to build that, which is kind of nice. I could just wall myself in, but I don't think that would really be worth it. Let's get back up here. Let's get that out of here. Alright. Come on, spear. Do some work. Give me some gold to make up for all the gold I lost. Oh, had a burp. Ugh. Well, after being horribly dismembered a couple times, I think I got this down. I suppose while I'm just kind of fighting these zombies here, not really doing a whole lot, I can talk about the way I plan on going with this series. Of course, I did make the note that my main goal here is to beat all the bosses in the main game for Terraria, and of course the mods that I've installed, which means Calamity and Thorium. However, I don't know if I'll be able to beat the final bosses of Calamity, as they're referred to as super bosses and reportedly are very, very difficult. So I might have to forego those ones depending on how much time it takes to beat them. Maybe I'll do like a sped up montage of, trying to beat them. But that is way in the future. For now, let's just try and focus on surviving. One day I'll be able to hold on to some gold. One day. Let's see. So I think my first order of business will probably be building a small little house as soon as the zombies are not constantly attacking me. So I can maybe get the guide back and maybe another NPC. Alright. Come on. Bring it. This little platform has served me well. Now let's just not go anywhere else, and hopefully they won't attack me from both sides like they just did, and I won't die again. I say hopefully, failing to do so. And the other thing I did want to make a note of is, as I'm going through this series, I do plan on trying to focus on magic and summoning. I know that those are pretty strong in the game, and they allow you to solo some things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to. They helped me greatly when I did my first run of the original, like, vanilla game, so I plan on going back to those. Would be nice if these zombies would go away, but I don't think I'm going to be that lucky. I would like to run out and gather some fallen stars so I can start building up my magic, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that right now. I think I might build a house right on top of that. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I think I'm going to build my first little house right on top of this here pit, so I can have a little mine. Let's start my elevator right there. That makes sense. Later on in the game, there will be items that allow me to mine very quickly and whatnot, so I'm not going to go super in-depth into mining. I'm going to try and rush the bosses a little bit early on. But that doesn't really bode well, because just these zombies are kicking my ass. I was kind of hoping not to kill that squirrel. He has an awesome hat. Look at him. Such a cool hat. Oh, maybe he drops the hat. Maybe I should kill him just to see. Nope, doesn't drop the hat. That's a shame. Well, it looks like we're running to the end of our first night here, which is good. Hopefully I won't be brutally murdered again before the night's over. If I can get out of here. Come on. There we go. Gotcha. Alright. So the moon is finally going down, and I think once we kill this wave of zombies here, we might be in the clear, if I'm lucky. I'm just kind of talking out of my ass at this point, because I really didn't expect to not have a house built already. Ah, auto chests have been stocked, meaning that morning has officially come. So I do have a mod installed called auto chests, and it generates resources once you've kind of gathered some of those resources to begin with. But in the meantime, let's immediately start building a house. Let's see, I do like to build my houses 30 wide. Okay, so let's start here. Kind of like 10 on each side, but I'm not going to be super picky. There, and let's put 2 more on this side. Okay, there's our foundation for our house. We're gonna throw up our walls and throw on our roof. Oh god, I'm terrible. Nope, that is definitely not what I wanted. So to begin with, this will be just a basic house. Shouldn't be too fancy. Just kind of so we can get some doors on and hopefully not get murdered by everything that comes our way during the nighttime. No, Wolfram Slime, get out. Oh, I pushed him out. Nice. That was convenient. Alright. Okay, so we're out of the horrible time that you would call night, and we are back in business. In all honesty, with these mods installed and with expert mode on, I would pretty much, in the very beginning of the game, suggest not even bothering with nighttime. Or even some of the enemies. Avoidance is key here. Let's see. So I do want a second floor. Let's just pop that open so we can build our second floor. We're going to go up. And then we're going to go over 9, which would give us the wall makes it 10. So we've got evenly spaced areas here. And then we'll go up like this. And then we'll grab another 9. I may not have enough wood to build the walls here. Well, that's going to be unfortunate. But I do have enough to put some minor little flares down. Okay. Let's see. So this final one should be about 10 in length. Let's make sure of that. 1, 2... Oh, I locked myself in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, exactly 10 in length. Okay. So these little rooms on the side will be 8, and this middle guy will be 10. That works out. Okay, we're going to open this up. Let's see, how many have we moved over now? So that is 3. And this would be 4 then, right? Okay. I don't even need to count that. I can pretty much see it. Alright. So now we've got a nice little foundation for our house. And let's dig into the mine. Don't really have the ability to put down a trapdoor yet. We can throw down some platforms. That should keep out just about everything. Still count as a house. Not worried about it. Let's get our crafting bench and go find some more trees if we're able. There we go. And we'll use one of the chairs from the living wood area there. Okay. So that should be counted as a house as soon as we get up the walls and put some torches up. There we go. Some torches. Let's get some torches on the outside for a little bit of flare. Let's not leave the door open so the slimes get in. Alright. We will throw probably another layer on there in just a moment. Just to give us a nice little looking house. Just to start out. We're going to do a lot of terraforming and a lot of building as the series goes on. If I deem it's too boring at a certain point, I'll probably cut it out. But for now, you know, you gotta start somewhere. It's interesting to see the kind of creative process that goes into all of it. It is just a standard day in Terraria, unsurprisingly. I really do wish I had a faster axe, but I guess that'll come with time. Okay, we probably have enough wood to throw on some walls for at least the first floor. Let's do that. And throw up some doors as well. I could probably throw some chests down here right away. Oh yeah, very convenient. Okay, so these will work as little platforms for my chests. As we're digging down into this hole here. Okay, good stuff. Gonna need another platform. Must have used an extra platform somewhere. Probably in that hole with that staircase. I did really bad with that staircase. Okay. So, we've got an area for our chests. So we can store some materials. It's very convenient to put your chests underneath your house if you haven't ever seen that before, because then you don't have to deal with them being in the way. But later on we'll have something that'll kind of make chests obsolete. So I'm not going to worry too much about them right now. Don't really have to. That magic storage mod is amazing. It effectively makes kind of a computer that you could store things in. Though maybe it's a little bit more magical. For now, that will do us. Hopefully we'll be able to get some rope in the future and kind of put it down this mine. Here, let me change this so we can get our rope. Let me move that chest over. Because we will put rope here later. Yep. Oh, I can build a trapdoor right away. Oh, that is kind of convenient. Do I want to put that down right away? Oh, but it uses iron. I don't want to use up my iron that fast. I would much prefer to have an anvil. There we go. Much prefer to have an anvil. You should always prioritize, of course. Got to make sure that you have the right stuff right off the bat. And your crafting stations are pretty much critical. So let's get a bunch of walls. There we go. Just an absolute bunch of walls. Let's throw up some... I'll save the doors for last. Exterior doors I kind of put in first, and then I put in interior doors second, so you can kind of wall behind them. So it doesn't look so weird. I think it might use up an extra wall or two, but I'm not worried about that. And there we go, first house. First little set of houses. So the guide should move back in eventually here. Even though he died, he will resurrect eventually. I don't know what dark powers he, you know, begged for to get that, but hey. Beggars can't be choosers, you gotta live somehow. Let's see. I don't know if it's just an aesthetic thing, but I like my chairs facing outwards. Let's get another set for the next side. Let's see, don't want to block the door though. There we go. Alright, we're good to go there. Oh, a merchant has arrived. He sells some stuff, and that is a pit of slimes. Let's go down and deal with that. If I don't die first. Which I might. Oh, I just used one of my potions. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Alright, we didn't die. Which, good first step. Let's get up here. And what are you selling? Give me something good. Nothing amazing. But he does sell some stuff that we might want later on. I would really like a piggy bank, but I don't really want to spend a gold at the moment. I have it, might as well. A piggy bank is a wonderful storage device, and you should get one as kind of quickly as you're able to. Oh boy. There's some slimes that spawned in my house. That's not great. I really will need to get a new set of walls up as soon as I'm able. At the very least, maybe some doors. Gonna need more wood for that, though. Okay, dealt with. You know, just beginning in expert mode feels like, I conquered the first slime, conquered the first boss. But it's going to get exponentially worse as time goes on. Time to cut down more trees, get those walls put up, and hopefully not die to this drone. Let's switch over to the spear. You know, I harped on the spear to begin with, but it has saved my butt quite a few times now. I think I need to take my opinion back. The reach on that thing is quite good. Never discount a weapon when you first set it up. When you first get it. Because you definitely need to test it out, see what it's like first of all, and go from there. A lot of weapons in Terraria seem like they don't do good damage on the stats, but they'll do really good damage if you just try them out. So it's always worth it to try it out and give it a shot. One funny thing about the mods that you might notice is that I just got a present, and there was also some Christmas slimes around. The Christmas and Halloween events, when you mod the game, I believe are just added in. Like at all times. You'll get goodie bags, and you'll see Christmas and Halloween enemies every now and then. Not majorly annoying, it's actually really useful when you want to spawn some events later on. But for now, you can see that the Wolfram shards are really useful, and they're part of the Calamity mod. And the Calamity mod when you get that mod, it kind of outclasses a lot of other mods and makes their armor kind of pointless for the most part. Since I did say we were going to focus on magic, though, we will be building a magic set. I would build a summoning set, but honestly, summoning in the early game or even late game is not super great. Magic sets tend to be a little bit better, but I will be using summoning weapons later on. Oh, I don't want my merchant to die. I do want him to stick around for a bit. I was kind of hoping he would teleport to the house, but he did not. Killing these slimes will get me some gel regardless, though. Alright, come back here. No running away. No, running away is not allowed. Not after you brutally murdered me multiple times. I think slimes have killed me at least once, haven't they? I'm sure they'll kill me at least once in the span of this series eventually. I did get a zombie arm. I should have been using that zombie arm. Okay, so zombie arm is a good weapon to get right off the bat. It's a nice little melee weapon, does a good amount of damage. Has a good range, but the main thing is it does the good damage. All about the damage. Not really, but it's better than most wooden swords. Let's see, what did I get? Pine tree blocks. Huh. Well, not the worst thing I could have got. Oh, good. The guy had moved where I wanted him to. So I just tried to assign the guy to this middle house because if you assign an NPC to a house, they tend to stay there more often than not, even if they respawn in it. But for now, let's try and get a roof on my house, or at the very least, somewhat of a roof. I think I want to put a third level in here, but for now, let's worry about just getting in one roof, so we don't have anything spawning. We'll open that back up in a bit and put on the final level that I want to build for this little house here. It's kind of a good way to start out your housing, is to just get as many rooms as you kind of can, even though they're small, so you can get your NPCs in, which will greatly help you throughout the game. Alright, so we got the walls in. We're ready to put in some doors and some torches. You can go less minimalistic on this, but I really, for now, you know, when you're just starting out, it's best to go minimalistic and then change it later. Oh, don't trash the doors. Definitely don't want to trash the doors. Okay. Alrighty. Got those done. Let's put up some tables, and then I think we'll probably call it a park for now. That was most of my wood. I don't have enough to build... Okay. I don't have enough to build any more chairs, but we'll start with this. Let's see. Let's go like that. We'll eventually expand this area and maybe move our crafting station somewhere else. Maybe expand on this mine eventually. Still have to really explore the map because our map has been really not explored at all. This is a medium world. So it's fairly large, not super big for, you know, one person, but enough. Should have enough resources to be able to get us through the game. Aside from that, we'll probably throw our piggy bank down and we'll call it for there. So the piggy bank will transition no matter where we are. It'll always have the same items we put into it. It's kind of magical. Most people put their money in there. Later on we'll maybe get an item which will allow us to more easily access that. But we're not going to worry about it. For now, we're going to worry about killing this slime, because heck with him. Heck with him. If you've never played this before, and you're just starting out with these mods, I might suggest rather than starting out with magic like I'm going to, you might choose to start out with melee, because you'll get a lot more melee weapons, or even ranged, which, you know, bows are very easy to come by in the early game, but I like making it a little bit difficult on myself, why I started expert mode, and I'll build some armor next time, expand on my little mine, maybe explore a little, and we'll keep going on our quest to kill all the bosses. So until next time, goodbye!